second. You don't like. I thought about the Williams. I've heard Pete talk about this. When you can have a guy up front that can create absolute havoc. Think of like what's his name, Aaron Donald. You know, like that's the difference maker in a lot of games where you're getting double team, triple team. This guy came on in the second half and did what he does there, wreaked havoc. So you got to have a guy that can do that. And with this defense, if you get home with 3 people, you have a good defense.
All right, Pete, 30 seconds. Who do you like on edge?
The outside, and Dallas Turner.
This is a for sure win
just
in
go by
week 1, right? You have all off season to
athleticism,
prepare.
the speed, and everything. And he's going to be a very good football player.
Now, like, are you?
The guy that
Justin
I love
Jefferson was sitting on the sidelines
deep
just with a
outside
blank
linebacker
look on
from
his face as the time counted down.
Florida State. We got a couple guys on that team.
There we go.
If for some reason Dallas Turner's gone,
What's up, RAF gang and Vikings fan? It's RAF in the RAF cave. I am watching 3 different screens, 3 different pop-ups of 2 live drafts. One is K-Fans live draft. The other one is Purple Daily. And then I have the actual TV channel, the Fox 9 Draft Night. And then I'm going to flip it to the real draft. So you might hear a lot of garbled stuff going on. Let me know if it's too loud, but I hope you guys are excited to watch the Vikings pick. They pick number 11, the possibility of moving up in the draft. So we'll see what happens. Let me know, guys, if you're in here. If you're Skull Vikings fans, let me know. I got my favorite beverage right here, chilled with the Vikings logo.
The Vikings having their best and biggest offensive output in terms of points on the season.
My beautiful wife is making me some incredible tacos right now. That'll be coming down any moment.
Is building something really interesting inside that locker room.
And some other goodies, but I got my table all set up right here, comfy in my chair. I'm ready for this.
Like people felt devastated and are still sad for Kirk, and win one for Kirk.
So
score of the year's low.
So good. I love this day.
I just can't believe they lost to Denver.
Love this day.
Let me just lay into chaos.
I did this last year, where I would watch a bunch of content and just. You guys are in here, great. Let me know if you're excited for it. And then I'm just here to get excited for the next quarterback.
I mean, that's one of the worst football games I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of bad football games.
Vikings win 3-0. The Vikings just blew a 14-point lead in the second half of the Cincinnati Bengals.
KOC, this loss is firmly on him.
Oh no!
Lose this game to the
Detroit
Lions, who clinched their first division title in 30 years.
One of the worst Packer-Viking losses, in a while.
This is the Vikings
Yeah.
disappointing home record.
Crappy. Let me hear.
At US Bank Stadium, and welcome
Paul
back,
Allen.
I'm Paul Allen. To the far right is Ben Lieber
at US Bank right now. Packed house. Packed house in this stadium right here. Having fun.
Mr. Gabe Henderson has joined us now. All right. Well,
he's got the sweat in the pits.
In that first segment, you heard us, talk about a lot of scenarios.
I'm going to flip it to the draft over here.
Yes, a lot of us here would like the Vikings somehow, some way, to trade up in the first round and find their way to one of 2 quarterbacks who are realistically mentioned most.
Yeah.
It would be Drake Maye from North Carolina.
Yep.
And
so Drake Maye is number 1, JJ, and then Penix third, if we have to.
They start drafting and we start taking a peek at what realistic spots are. Let's begin with Gabe and just go down to the right.
And now Detroit is crazy packed.
How does he play?
150,000 people in Detroit watching the draft. Holy crap. That is a lot of Detroit people. Nice. Okay, so yeah, they're all getting pumped. They're all getting pumped.
Pressure in his face, but you look at, his supporting cast last year, he didn't have the offensive line to help protect him. So any quarterback that has a lot of pressure in his face gets a little flustered. But but when the pocket is clean and when his guy is downfield, Drake Maye knows how to put the ball in spots that the top elite level quarterbacks in the NFL can do also right now.
I love Drake Maye.
All right, there's purple.
Third annual Purple Daily Draft Party, live from the sold-out Fillmore in Minneapolis and live on the Purple Daily YouTube channel. This is Purple Daily, daily Vikings entertainment, where we just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl
before we die. Let's go.
One. This is wild, man. We have hundreds of people.
Yeah, we just want one Super Bowl win.
Fillmore in Minneapolis.
Hey, Pierre, let's go.
That's the
My skull, brother. What's up, man?
Thank you.
We've got the executive.
Which one are you watching? What's up, Titan? I be here. That's right. Vikings. Skull. Skull Vikes. I got purple on. I got my purple hat on. I got my purple shorts on. I'm decked out in purple. You can't even see it, but it's right here.
You know what I think that deserves?
I got all purple on. I got my purple drink. You know what's in here, Titan.
What should Sports Dad do?
Yeah.
Should I do that?
Get the flag! Get the flag, John.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
All right, whoa. Hold on. Wait.
What is that?
Yeah, that's weak. I want to see a bigger flag.
That I bought 3 years ago.
It's nice. It's not the popcorn official sponsored flag that all of our audience members
No,
have.
it's not. It's not.
Yeah, that's the old man flag.
You can do better than this, Judd.
Hold on
I think the sports.
You know what?
Can the sports dad do a little better than this for draft night?
Yeah, give the sports dad a bigger flag.
Can you
Look at all the Detroit fans, all blue, decked out.
Can we step our game up here for just a second?
I can't help you here, Judd. What do you have? I can only do so much for Judd.
He's
All right, Judd's getting something different here. What is he grabbing? Better be a gigantic. There it is. A huge purple daily Vikings flag. There it is. Wave the flag.
Now that's a flag.
That's a flag, baby.
What's up, y'all? Who's the Vikings fan up in here? Skull. What's up, Don't BS? Yeah. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, Judd Zolgad.
DG, what up, man? Welcome.
That's a flag, baby.
Fish and fish and chips, yum. My beautiful wife is making me some tacos right now.
So we're gonna keep you guys for the
I can already smell the seasoned meat, and I cannot wait to have it in front of me to just destroy with my favorite beverage of choice here.
We will have, by the way, I think we brought the, oh yeah, anytime you hear that chime, it means that somebody is making a pick in the NFL draft. So we'll keep you guys posted, but we're expecting what? Chaos tonight?
We are expecting,
Michael.
dare I say, the most important draft
Yeah.
in the history of the Minnesota Vikings.
That's right. The most important draft in the history. Holy shit.
So what does doing it right mean? Let's survey the audience here, shall we?
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Make some noise if you want the Vikings to draft Drake Maye tonight.
Yeah, go for it. Trade up and get
That
him.
might be the loudest ovation.
That might be tough.
Oh, let's see.
Okay, you know what? Let's try this one. Make some noise if you want the Vikings to draft Jaden Daniels tonight.
I mean, that ain't gonna happen, but yeah, obviously, but that's not gonna happen. Washington will not let him go. No way.
JJ McCarthy.
Yes, he's awesome.
Oh my gosh, dude.
As number 2.
Okay. Michael Penix.
I mean, yeah, he's good. The only problem is he's a little older and he has multiple knee
I
surgeries.
think Jaden Daniels is considered such a long shot because of the circumstances, but I will say on Michael Penix, I heard some boos as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's 20. He's gonna be 24 this year. I mean, come on.
Okay.
That's 2 years shaved.
Bo Nix tonight.
Oh no. No Bo Nix.
I almost feel like we should.
No Bo Nix.
Listen,
Holy
it's
shit.
the Vikings, man. Like sometimes the story doesn't end the way that you hope that it will end, right? Are you guys really gonna boo if they draft Bo Nix tonight?
Yeah, because that means they passed up on Drake Maye. They had passed up on JJ McCarthy.
You know, here's my philosophy. This team has been competitive, good, a lot. But when's the last time? That
Oh,
they had
thank you, honey.
A situation like
I've been
this,
hyping your
where
tacos
you
up.
had such an integral part of the team
Oh, is he?
that they could potentially
okay.
give a
Is
lot
he?
to trade up and pick.
Is he gonna eat with us?
And
With?
fix a problem
Okay.
that has not been
Thank
fixed
you.
for years. I contend
Are you
franchise
kidding me,
slash
guys?
franchise QB. You know what tonight is? As I said
Look at
on
this
this morning
tray
show, tonight
of.
is the
I mean, yeah, the green
Quakedo
screen's messed it up, but
cojones
guys, let me
draft.
tell you,
You gotta
this
put it
is
all on the table.
Raf
It's the cojones
Eats
draft. You gotta do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Vikings draft night
I love it, man.
2024.
So obviously, we're going to have so many conversations throughout the night. We will keep you posted. By the way, it looks like there's thousands and thousands of people on the YouTube channel right now. So thank you guys. Please click that like button and subscribe button if you enjoy our nonsensical ramblings here. But let's introduce you guys to some of the fun players that are going to be with us here on stage and roaming around. Over here, stage, at least my right, Tyler Fornes and Miles Gorham, the Purple De Leon draft crew. Those guys know more about these actual players that are going to be drafted than any of us three hooligans over here. Also, from the Before I Die podcast, Bar Down Beauties and Judd's Hockey Show, Jesse Pierce. JP!
The perfect cheese shells.
So she'll be roaming around looking for.
They're not overdone.
With Vikings fans.
They're just lightly crispy.
On the YouTube
They don't crumble into pieces. The flavor of cheese, the meat, the sour cream, the salsa, the lettuce, the mint.
Look at that bass drum, baby.
Yes. In fact, John, do you think we could maybe give it a little test drive here?
Should we do it?
Should we do it? Gold chant here, huh?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Great, right? When you talk about the top 6 quarterbacks
All right,
in this year,
enough of the la la. Let me get some
usage rate
technical
was
talk here.
58%.
Is that Eminem?
McCarthy's usage rate was 40% last year, but what he did with that was make the most of those opportunities. The second most accurate quarterback in all the college football. As we watch Eminem take the stage, and
there he is. We waited 6 years to say
was
this.
A sight to see.
Welcome to the NFL draft in Detroit. Let's go, Big D. How you like that? Em, I was just kidding about the rap battle.
Don't BS. It's so good.
Day, but
Pineapple pizza is damn good. Pineapple and pepperoni.
A little some surprise for you.
Hey, Rex.
And bringing out a few other surprises for you. So, Em, here you go. Detroit! What up?
Wow.
Let's hear, make some noise for the Detroit Lions. Let's go!
Please welcome from the Detroit Lions, Jared Goff.
Okay. Okay, they're bringing. Yep, there's Rich Boy. Highest paid receiver in the NFL. Oh, they got Megatron on stage too. Must be nice. A copyright song with them.
Hey, this is crazy. I can't believe it. But before we get off the stage, I need to hear one thing. Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Jared Goff.
No. No.
What's up, Detroit? Let's go, baby.
No. Our defense is better. You ain't getting past Vikings this year.
Let's turn up tonight, baby. Let's get it.
Bring Goff to the Vikes? Hell no. I don't want Goff. I don't want Goof. I don't want no Goof up in here.
What's up, Detroit? What's up, football
Barry!
fans? Thank you for showing the world how we do it here in Detroit. Great job, guys.
Running back greatness right there. Hall of Famer.
I just got one thing to say. What up, though?
Megatron. Calvin Johnson.
All right, Detroit.
Boo! Bring it in. Hey, where's the punishment for illegal tampering on Atlanta Falcons?
We got fans from 32 teams right down here, and of course, all the Detroit faithful in the back. Welcome to all of you, and most importantly, thank you to Detroit. You guys have been awesome. You ready to get the show on the road?
You go.
Okay, the 2024 NFL Draft is now underway.
Yeah. Months and months of waiting, man. Let's go.
The Chicago Bears
Are on the clock.
are now on the clock.
Hand in the card. Put in the card. Let's move on. Next. We already know what that is. Next. You ain't trading with nobody.
They would love to follow the blueprint that the Lions have carved out by being a game away from the Super Bowl last year. Chicago making the first overall pick in the NFL draft in the common draft era. That's since 1967. So this is a new thing for Chicago to do this. Haven't had a franchise quarterback in forever, and now the opportunity to get one.
Man, that talk is amazing.
You're going to take Caleb Williams from USC, and there's a great chance that quarterbacks are going to go 1, 2, 3 in this draft. It's happened a few times before. Jim Plunkett, number 1 overall in the 71 draft, followed by our friend Archie Manning and
more for me.
Didn't happen again until 1999. Donovan McNabb worked. Tim Couch and Achilles Smith, not to the same level, certainly, though both were talented
to do whatever they need to do to gain more capital and go whichever route they want to go. So I'm excited to see what that can look like.
Indeed.
Okay, so that is the crux of the part of my argument from earlier. If you take best available, if all of your work doesn't result in a trade up, and you're staying at 11, and you decide to go with best defensive player available at that pick, and you say, well, look, we'll use that 23 and move back up a little higher. With what? We got nothing.
Right.
We got no second. We got no third.
Caleb Williams.
We got to leverage next year's pick.
What, you should already have your hat on? You should already be walking to the stage right now. What are you sitting there for?
That's my thing with when
You're just wasting time.
Try to just nail this thing.
Jaden Daniels.
Through the eye of the needle and be like, oh, we
go to Minnesota somehow.
Clean. We got the best value. We preserve.
Hold on, guys. You got to get a refill.
If you flirt with this idea that you could get a great value at quarterback at 23 and move up in the draft, I'm afraid that we don't have enough capital to move up. And you got to keep in mind that those Raiders are right behind us, and so are those Broncos. And then after that, there's not a lot of quarterbacks that you'd want to draft in that situation.
Right. They did their homework on the top 6. That's what was reported. And Michael Penix is a guy that could fall to the Vikings at 23.
Look at the Chicago war room. They're all just sitting there like, we don't know what we want to do. When should we turn in the pick? Get the hell out of here, bunch of monkeys in suits. You already know what the hell you're going to do. Why are you making us all wait?
2 losses to the Giants helped propel Daniel Jones to the giant new contract that he was able to sign. Now the Vikings and the Giants may be doing battle to see who gets to go up to number 5 to go get a quarterback, or number 4 to go get a quarterback, and whether or not the Giants are ready to effectively move on from Daniel Jones. These two teams have been tied for 2 years, and they may be battling it out in the front office tonight.
Wow.
All right, let's pause.
Strawberry
now. 7 minutes away
and
from
chocolate
the Caleb Williams era,
dip.
Supposedly or allegedly beginning. They also have pick number 9. They're also on the schedule. Now, as the fan has learned, we play them twice. Now, the Bears have just 4 picks this year, 1, 9, 75, and 122. So they'll go first, and then after them, the Washington Commanders, and on it goes. You're listening to the Miller Lite Draft Party from a...
And maybe get one of their top... It sounds like they love Drake Maye. They also really like JJ McCarthy.
This guy
and this
loves
gentleman,
Michael Penix.
This gentleman thinks they love Michael Penix, or you love Michael Penix. Both.
Okay, so you're influenced slightly by your love of Michael Penix.
And then, so they keep the 23rd overall pick.
Yep.
And they select one of the top edge rushers in the draft, Chop Robinson from Penn State.
That's a Forno guy.
Yep.
That's a Forno guy.
Wood.
I mean, in fact, maybe this is a good time to throw it to the Purple Daily on Draft Corner over here. If they wound up with JJ McCarthy at 11, Forno, and Miles, and Chop Robinson.
Not bad, but it could have been better last year.
Would that be a successful night for you guys? And if not, or if it is, what is a successful night for you guys tonight?
If the
but it already is
somehow
improved
ended up
already.
with
So
Chop Robinson, I don't think my excitement could be contained. I truly don't understand why he's not viewed more highly by the NFL draft.
Great on screen game, run after catch. This guy's a complete package.
Coach, I love his game. I love his attitude. He's a guy who's just really aggressive. You get the ball to him out in space. Not only is he fast, but he's going to break tackles, runs very aggressively. I just love the way he brings to the offense. He's going to bring an attitude to any team that drafts him.
Remember Jarvis Landry? He came out, kind of reminded
Yeah.
a little bit of, play with a little bit of that
Exactly,
chip,
yeah.
a little bit of that
Jarvis
attitude.
was down in Miami with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
But this guy's fast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
quarterback
yeah.
class is strong, wide receiver class is strong, and so too is really the anchor of your football team, the offensive line class. Field Yates, who's our draft expert, who will be with us throughout the night, keeping us up to date on the movements that are doubtless going to come with trades and so forth. Here are the guys that Field has listed as the top 5 offensive linemen, and those might not be the only 5, Field, that go in the first round tonight, and all of these are highly regarded in NFL circles.
No question about that, Reese. Certainly the quarterback is going to be the position that dominates headlines tonight, but do not be surprised that offensive lineman is the next position up. We could see more than 10 offensive linemen taken in the first round, which would break the record that was set all the way back in 1968. And here's the great news. First of all, a lot of teams need offensive linemen in the NFL, but you've got all different types of players in this year's draft class. You've got big, long offensive tackles like Jones, who's on the top of my board. You've got a player in J.C. Latham that, of course,
Miles, let's say
Coach
that
knows
plays
very
out,
well, who's
right? It's a defensive player first.
The pick is in. Took him
You're
long
out. From Washington.
You're out
a
on
college
that.
left
It just
tackle
feels like a
who
lock.
could be a guard, and the depth goes all the way down to the
first
bottom
option there
of
where they
the
got JJ
first
McCarthy,
round.
Job
If you're a
Robinson,
team that
you
needs
give me
an
something
offensive
like that,
lineman,
where
and
they
there are many in the NFL. Tonight is your night, and Reese, do not be surprised if there are lots of trades up for these offensive linemen.
Field, thank you very much. Laura Rutledge is in the green room. A staple of our ABC coverage over the years is to give the personal stories, connect you with the families, and Laura, you'll be doing that in the green room tonight.
Reese, it's always special in here, and I'm so excited to be in this room. There's a lot of emotions in here already, some jitters. Terrion Arnold, the Alabama cornerback, was just telling me, I'm nervous because I don't know where I'm going to go. Also, a lot of excitement. You see Rome Odunze's family right here. You guys wave, say hi to the cameras. They're getting ready
Pierre,
to go.
Drake Maye,
Jared Goff actually
JJ McCarthy,
and spoke with Rome, gave him some
Michael
advice
Penix.
ahead of this. All smiles, of
1, 2,
course.
3.
And Drake Maye's family, the Maye brothers, getting ready to go as they find out where Drake goes. He told me earlier today that he feels incredibly calm with what's going to happen tonight and excited for a new city, Reese, outside of North Carolina, where he's lived his entire life.
The entire Maye family, legends in the state of North Carolina.
Pierre, who do you want?
Bears have made their
Yo, Gory, what up? Yeah.
Goodell is on his way to make that announcement.
What's up, Gory?
Bears have the number 1
NFL draft time, man.
for the
NFL
first
draft.
time in the common draft era.
Go. Got my drink, Gory. I got my tacos, Gory.
With the first pick in the 2024
Almost done. I got 5
NFL
more.
Draft, the Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams, quarterback,
Shocker.
Southern California.
2022 Heisman Trophy winner,
Shocker.
started his career at Oklahoma, transferred to USC along with his head coach Lincoln Riley when he left OU to take that job. Those two guys have put up prolific offensive numbers since the start of 2021, responsible for 120 touchdowns.
And look at that walk to the set or to the stage here. This is a guy that wanted to be the first pick since he was in high school. This is a dream of his, to like all these guys. But you talk to him quietly away from the cameras, like he's got a confidence that's very unique and very rare. This guy wants to not just be a great quarterback. He looks at you dead serious.
Yeah.
He says he wants to be the best ever to play, and he means it.
I think he's going to walk right down I-94.
He is.
He's on his way, man. He's on his way.
He's fired up.
Striding. Yes. So Caleb Williams is going to the Bears, their long-desired franchise quarterback. He's been dissected down to the cuticles. He takes this step. He's always hand in hand with his mom.
My mom, she's my best friend. Her job, she's done nails for as long as I can remember.
Now
She
this
also
first
owned
year.
a daycare.
It
so
also
she'd
would
always
be
work 2
Josh
jobs.
Allen, who was an inaccurate yet super talented quarterback at Wyoming. The high of high-end examples would be Tom Brady, who obviously
It looks
wasn't
awesome
in
and it tastes
Michigan when
awesome,
he
Corey.
was for the New England
Oh, yeah.
Patriots. So
This is
when it
great.
comes to
NFL
that,
draft right now.
first,
My favorite team's going to pick
is that, and
number
how
11.
much if the Vikings get a quarterback, say Drake Maye or JJ McCarthy,
Then in 3 hours
or
from
maybe
now,
Michael
Stellar
Penix,
Blade all
Penix,
night.
whomever. Why is it a benefit to let them simmer for a year and be raised by a high-end coaching staff? If you this is like investing here, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think you paid too much for your dream house, you know, if it's your dream house, 5 years later it may be worth 5 times more. And that's what moving up for a quarterback is all about.
Yeah, it is. And you want to give him a year. I mean, I think if there's anything that stood out to me when you watch like the Netflix special about the quarterback and everything and how much time that they spend just memorizing play calls, it's speaking an entirely new language. And for a guy like Caleb Williams, you may look at him and say, oh, okay, he did it. He crossed the finish line. He's just getting started.
Yeah.
This is going to be the longest year of his
You
professional
want to hear the draft?
life.
What?
Because starting probably in about, I don't know, 20 minutes, they're going to hand him a playbook and say, this is how we speak. This is what you're going to say. And it's a lot of work. And I do think when you look, and I had a really good conversation with Robert Smith about this when he's talking about C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields and the differences. And he was saying how C.J. Stroud just loves football and wants to know what coverages do
All right.
this and how do you
So now that Washington's on the clock, if they pick Drake May over Jaden Daniels, it's going to shake up the entire draft.
Steve Hutchinson said they'd stay away from him in the
Everyone knows they're going to pick Jaden Daniels. But if they don't, for some reason,
and then Justin Fields, who's more or less, just let me know what I got to do.
and they pick Drake May. Oh my God.
That's the difference. I mean, the height, weight, speed with these guys, there's
What's going to
they're
happen?
all very talented, but I think it comes down to the character, what kind of work they're willing to put in. That's
All right, PF
what's
for
gonna
Drake.
propel them, and that's to your answer, Paul.
Yeah.
They're all, like I said, they all have the measurables. It's just why does some make it? And coaching, that has
Titan, you mean
something to
like
do with it.
like a
If you're
rugby kind of
Eberflus
game?
in Chicago, you start stacking up get that offense going because he can manage the defense. Let him take care of that. But that's the one thing that
Stumbling
Caleb
over the
Williams
hot
is going to
takes.
have
The low
working
ones
against
take.
him. Just a young offensive coordinator.
All right, boys.
Well, and that's the one thing that we keep talking about up here is like we can talk about all these players, quarterbacks, namely for us, stats. What they
You guys
look
want to hear
like,
the
what we saw
the
on
draft? Or you
film,
want to hear
all this
more of the
other stuff,
NFL
the system that
Viking
they were
stuff?
in. But what
What do you
we're
guys
not
want?
privy to is
You can't watch VR? Why?
what's their mental makeup. That's why they put all this.
You want to hear the
preparation into
draft, or
these
do you want to hear the
meetings and
Vikings
these-
talk right
These
now? Let me know.
official visits, whether they're coming to us or we're going to them, we're doing private workouts, they're doing mental assessments because the quarterback position, more so than any other position. Look, you can be a knucklehead, knuckle dragger defensive lineman, and you can just be super talented and be an all-pro, right? But these quarterbacks, you got to be obsessed.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to be football obsessed, and then you've got to be able to take that obsession and not be paralyzed by the moment as well. You just can't. That was the issue with Christian Ponder. The dude could absorb a lot of information. They applauded him for his photographic memory.
They are
Like, this
incredible.
guy's
I love them to
brilliant.
death. They are some of your best ever.
And Ben is.
Thank you so much.
There
Delicious.
are 32 teams in the NFL. How many do you think are
I haven't tried the
happy with their
strawberries yet,
quarterback
but I'm definitely going to dive in. I
position?
only have 2 left.
Half. So
2 tackles
16
left.
guys on the planet.
Rex even ate his.
Right? Yeah. That's how
So,
number one
thank you.
important that position is, and I think with the rule changes, it's made it even more so. It's exactly how rare these guys are that have that much talent and ability, but at the same time, like you said, Ben, the competitiveness, the wantness to get better every single day. You said a great thing on with PA. I think it was this morning when you're like, you gotta look at yourself honestly and say, all right, I'm not
Titan,
good
yes,
at
the
this,
NFL is the
but
premium
I'm
league in
okay with
America.
that. College football, you play to your strengths. In the NFL, you attack weaknesses.
Pierre, if
You
the
gotta-
only
you
way you
gotta
get stuck
fix
with a
these things.
crappy QB is
And
if
that's not
someone
fun.
jumps us.
In addition
If some
to
team
learning a new
jumps the
language
Vikings
and
to get a
learning
quarterback
teammates.
before
And
us,
for a quarterback,
Right.
and
we're
you
going to get
got
stuck
the
with a
weight
crappy
of
QB, and
a
that would be
billion-dollar
absolutely awful.
franchise on your shoulders with a fan base around the world that's looking at you to be the guy, and the buck's going to stop with you whether you win or lose. Can you handle
Damn, the
that?
Commanders picked.
That's a really
They didn't
hard
trade
thing to
out.
know until you're
They're
in
going
that
with Jaden
situation.
Daniels. Damn.
One thing you don't have to worry about Caleb Williams is asking him, what are you going to do with, like, what are you going to do when we pay you $10 million or $50 million, right? I mean, that was a question back in the day when you had the character issue
Now-
guys.
now you don't have to worry
You're
about
like,
that.
hey, what are you going to do when we give you all that money? It's like,
I already got it.
I already got it. So at least you don't have to ask that question. And
Is that
and that's another sneaky thing.
Adrian Peterson
You know,
and Griffin?
Adrian Peterson.
And look who's behind him. That was a game changer too coming up.
Oh man, greatest running back in Vikings is Adrian Peterson. Everson Griffin, one of the greatest edge rushers. Absolutely.
And one of the very best in the history of the NFL. He'll be in the Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen. Adrian Peterson.
AP.
And he's loose.
All day. And he's loose.
What's up, Smiley? Got your teammate down there.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
So good to see these guys.
Love watching AP run. Awesome.
Swing. He says 5 days a week. And it still looks that bad.
Hold on. Let's get the second pick and then we'll continue. Washington Commander, second pick. Here's the commissioner.
Jaden Daniels. Quarterback
Yeah.
LSU.
Jaden Daniels, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. Second
Yep.
time.
He's not a Viking.
Winners have gone 1-2
All right.
because 2015, Jameis
Now here we go.
Heisman, Marcus Mariota went right after
Everyone is calling New England right now. Everyone's calling New England. Vikings are calling New England. Here's our offer. And this is it. This is the only chance to get Drake Maye.
impressed with Jaden Daniels, his leap from the 2022 season to the 2023 season when he won the Heisman has just been spectacular. We had his coach, Brian Kelly, on game day a couple of hours ago. He's just talking about the maturation, the leadership skills.
Just enjoy the moment. You know, like for me, when I came out, I had the broken collarbone, you know, but I had worked extremely hard since I was youngster, 7 years old, right, to get to that moment where I have the opportunity to get drafted by an NFL team. So I just embraced it. So embrace it and know when the opportunity comes, make the best out of it.
Ben Lieber was a teammate with HOF to be for 4 years. So
It's
there
the
had to be
league.
a time at practice at Winter Park where here's Adrian. He's wide right, wide left, and there's 51. It's one-on-one. What happened?
Yeah, you know what I did? I ran up and tagged him right on his hip. And they're like, hey, this is a thud drill. I'm like, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't want to hit this guy. I didn't want to get embarrassed by him. I saw him embarrass everybody else.
I think William Gay should have tapped his hip in 09 in Pittsburgh.
He should have laid it. Yeah, just like, there you go. I don't get posterized. You know, I'll bring up a point that Pete was just talking about. Did you notice he was saying how you go from college to the NFL, no matter what position, you rely on your strengths in college. You get to the NFL and you have to attack your weaknesses. Did you feel like that same thing? Now, I know you're a little special. You're a special breed. You know, you're a different cat. But did you feel that same way that like, oh man, like some of my weaknesses are getting exposed a little bit. Like I really got to be honest with myself. If I want to be the player that I want to be, I got to get in the lab and work on my weaknesses as opposed to strengthening my strengths.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, coming in and having guys like, you know, Chester Taylor, Tony Richardson, you know, those guys were good leaders for me as well to help me point those things out.
Lieber.
In the midst of the things that I noticed as well. But, you know, for me, you know, keeping the ball high and tight, you know, being more physical when it comes to pass protection. You know, in Oklahoma, I really didn't catch the ball, even though, you know, I played football my entire life. You can catch the ball, right? But it was different when you're running routes. You got to be, you know, whether it was 2x2 or whatever the route concept was. It was like all those little things, you know, really you got to detail down.
Adrian, it's great seeing you. Great seeing you at the Wolves game, too. That game one. How good did they look that game? Holy cow.
Yeah, they look really good.
I know, man. They're howling in here on draft.
5 minutes.
Get out there and
5 minutes
hands, but not too hard.
left for the Vikings to try to get up and get Drake Maye.
And we're going to chat with 97 here in a minute, okay?
All right, man.
Good to see you,
bless
man.
buddy. Good seeing you.
Good to see you.
too.
Good to see you.
Adrian Peterson.
AP.
And as he leads, and he's loose. Now, one of the best pass rushers in the history of Minnesota Vikings football. Can I get a witness and a raucous round of applause for Everson Griffin? What's up, 9-7?
What's cracking, baby? What's cracking?
You tell us.
Griffin had one of the best spin moves out there. When he spun,
well,
the
he went
QB
back
was
home to
was
Houston,
gone.
So,
Got him.
I mean, did that like hit you weird? You made some good memories with him, and I know you still love the Vikings.
You know, it's a business. You know, you play good, you want to get paid good. So he probably thought that Minnesota Vikings owed him a little bit more, so he went somewhere close to home. But, you know, good for him. Two for 50, 48 guaranteed. He living the American dream, baby.
That's great. Meanwhile, on the other side, Chargers.
Tacos are out of this world.
So what are you doing now? You know, you're retired.
Amazing tacos. I love
You
tacos.
had a nice career. Are you still in Minnesota? What are you filling your time with?
Right now, we're building a new house in Minnetrista. So we sold our current house. We our new house is like 4 minutes from where we're staying now. Kids sports, I'm coaching all that.
All right.
Golfing.
Chocolate
I golf.
on
This
the
week I got in
strawberry.
5 days. Tomorrow I get in. I'm golfing and.
What's your handicap? You any good?
Today I shot. I'm not gonna tell you what I
Delicious.
Stage of golf.
3 digits.
Just a
Perfectly
draft update.
delicious
The New England
strawberries
Patriots
on top
pick
of
is
amazing
in,
chocolate.
And there's no intel from NFL Network here at the stadium that there's been any form of trade. Let's chat with Everson.
Oh, the pick is in, guys.
Then we pause.
Patriots have picked.
So, Ev, you talk about
We're not getting Drake Maye, guys.
fun to watch. You
Damn,
always brought
that's
the kids,
crazy.
You know, no matter what, practice, game,
We're not getting Drake Maye. So it falls to JJ McCarthy. So now the Vikes they gotta start calling big time. I think it's gonna be with the Chargers. They're gonna trade with the Chargers. They have to get JJ McCarthy. Yo, hustle. Hey, that's awesome. We worked. Was it Ultimate? Circuit City? Best Buy? Good to see you, my man. Skull Vikes. All right, so
we'll get into that momentarily.
Drake Maye. Patriots pick Drake Maye.
The New England Patriots select
Drake Maye.
Drake Maye.
Damn.
Quarterback, North Carolina.
Damn. So Vikings couldn't do anything to get that boy right there. We have got to get JJ McCarthy, or this frickin' draft is an epic fail. If we don't get JJ McCarthy, this thing is an epic fail. Wow. There he is, Drake Maye, huh? Okay. All right. All right. It's on now, Skull Nation. We have got to get JJ McCarthy. No matter what. It's got to be with the Chargers. We got to trade with the Chargers and grab JJ. Because you know the Cardinals are next, and they're 100% going to pick Marvin Harrison Jr. wide receiver. So we got to trade with the Chargers. 100% Chargers. Got to trade with Chargers.
Drake Maye is North Carolina
Damn.
royalty. In fact, the entire family is North Carolina royalty. They certainly
you know, it's all up to them. But I like them.
Because coming into the draft, we were thinking that they might be, but we didn't know for sure. To me, this solidifies the fact the Giants are a threat at 6.
Yes.
Well, or does it solidify the fact that they wanted one guy?
Welcome to the VIP RAFCAVE.
They still have Daniel Jones.
Hey, Chaotic Dave. What's up, buddy? And Gory, thank you so much, my man. Thank you so much, Gory. Awesome.
I hope I can't get
You just gave Chaotic another membership. Appreciate you so much, Gory. Thank you so much, man.
Giants front office.
This
and
one,
Brian Daboll
this
smart
bite
enough to
is
say
for you
that if
right
Daniel
here,
Jones
Gory.
continues to struggle, which I think he will. We're all fired. I think they're a credible McCarthy threat.
I don't think they're a credible McCarthy threat because I don't think McCarthy fits what Brian Daboll wants in a quarterback. Brian Daboll wants an alien. That's why they tried to go get Drake Maye.
Damn, no Drake Maye for the Vikes. Holy crap. All right. JJ McCarthy is
hit the broadside of a
bar none number one priority right now.
He wants that guy. He doesn't want JJ McCarthy. He doesn't want Michael Penix or Bonix. He wants the alien.
By the way, there's a couple. Here's one more for you guys. Just pulling this up. As we go through other options now that Drake Maye is not an option. Okay. So Peter Schrager, very plugged into the National Football League. He had the Vikings trading up to 7 with the Titans, taking JJ McCarthy.
Okay.
And not giving up the 23 and then taking a defensive player at 23.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Okay. If the Vikings could get JJ McCarthy and not trade the 23rd pick, how would we feel about that?
We would feel amazing. We would feel amazing. That's what we want.
Yeah.
That is literally the next best option.
But can you call some bluffs? Because I don't know that you can make that happen. Keep your 23 and move up this high to like 4 or 5?
Oh, right now, no. You'd have to use both, but you might be able to get something back because the price. It's clear to me that it was the top 3, and then JJ McCarthy's like right after that, and then Penix.
Thank you,
they
Gory.
have them.
Yeah.
So the price of poker is a little less than it was for the top 3 guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Phil, Schefter reporting the Cardinals are not expected to trade pick 4.
No, of course not.
After last year's movement all around the first round, the Cardinals are expected to stay put and take an offensive weapon. So Marvin Harrison Jr., I think, almost certainly going to the Cardinals at 4. So now it's on to, once that's official, the Chargers pick.
Okay.
Chargers.
Let's real quick throw it back up to Jesse Pierce, who's roving around this amazing crowd tonight. Jesse, what's going on? Who do you got?
Loving it. First of all, I say Vikings, go get your man. Whoever, if you want JJ, move up and get your man if you think that's what it's going to take. That's all I'm saying.
Either JJ or Penix.
We have a great crowd here. We have a
McCarthy or
proposition
Penix.
for a location next year, and I think you guys might like this one. Where do you think you want to take Purple Daily next year?
Yo, Phil Mackey, this one's for you.
Uh-oh.
Shout out to the Fillmore. Great job. Next year, what do you say? Let's bring the show to Las Vegas.
Wow, dude. There's a Fillmore Las Vegas we can support, right?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Let's make it happen.
Oh, we love it. How are we feeling right now about where the Vikings are at? We see Drake Maye off the board. I know we loved him, but JJ still might be.
Little disappointed, but here's the thing. JJ McCarthy, right? He said he's going to run through a brick wall for Kevin O'Connell. He's still on the board. Let's do it. Let's go get JJ. Let's make it happen. Franchise QB.
Franchise QB, you guys. We love it. Back to
All
you.
right. Thank you, Jesse. Okay. Kind of chalky here early. Kind of chalky. Not as much chaos.
All right, Cardinals picks is in. Marvin Harrison Jr.
That high school deal we just saw. Yeah, I was in that gym watching it. Dunking on people. But how would you like to see some video on these pickup games? These guys had it.
I have 4 sons, so I love it. That was really.
I'm sure there's a lot of competition.
His brother was a basketball hero. Him shot to beat Kentucky and send North Carolina to the final.
Why am I out of focus?
On the clock, and they have made their selection as Commissioner Goodell. Back looks good. Covering ground nicely.
All right, pick is in. Cardinals are up.
Arizona Cardinals about to make their first pick of the night.
We're flying here.
With the 4th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin Harrison Jr., wide receiver. Ohio State.
The best player in the draft is that guy right there. Overall player right there.
Marvin Harrison Jr.,
He's going to challenge Justin Jefferson.
NFL legend, a Pro Football Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's going to challenge Justin Jefferson to be the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Be drafted in the first round, and certainly tremendous influence Marvin Harrison Sr. and his son, who is now going to the Arizona.
What's up, Bear? Welcome, buddy. Good pick for the Cardinals. Of course. Receiver.
With my dad, I would say.
Oh, that's his dad, Marvin Harrison. Okay, I remember him in the Colts. I've seen him in a few Super Bowls. Absolutely. All right, I see. I see it.
I probably wasn't thinking about.
Yeah, the Vikes have to trade up. I don't know. They might. I don't know. No. The Giants are going to pick JJ McCarthy. If he's available, they're going to pick him 100%. So we have to trade with the Chargers here. I think it has to happen. Los Angeles Chargers, yeah, because the Giants are next. They're going to pick a QB. It's crazy, man. Even though they just signed their QB to a franchise contract. Freaking bums.
I'm just trying to be the best person that I can be for myself. Yeah, seeing how my dad works.
This is a giant strawberry, guys. A giant strawberry. Giant chocolate strawberry.
They are giant footsteps, Laura, as you see Marvin Harrison Jr., but ones he's followed quite well so far.
Absolutely, and we are here
Ooh,
with Marvin Harrison Sr. It's so good to be with you.
There he is.
When I talked to your son,
Got a little more gray in his head.
He said this would be a full circle moment for you, describing what your emotions might be like now that this is a reality. And he's the 4th
and
overall
Jim
pick.
Harbaugh
What are you
right
feeling?
now to find out if that's a possible move so you can go get JJ McCarthy.
The tension in the building is palpable, Ben.
Yes,
Well,
very
and it all
palpable.
hinges on what you think the
Giants
New
are
York
doing.
Giants want to do.
Damn it.
I'm in the camp of I don't think that you can go quarterback right now without having a viable plan to do with Daniel Jones. He's owed $69 million this year.
Oh, the Vikings war room, they're showing it right now.
You cut him.
Nobody's making calls.
Obviously, trade him. $69 million in dead money. He's owed $33 million over the next 2 years after this next season.
Wow, that's a ton of money.
I don't know if financially they can make a play at quarterback right now. But look, I mean, they're up against it. I mean, their head coach, he knows that he's got to start making moves. This is a blue blood franchise.
That's
that
crazy.
wants to start winning right now.
That's crazy. The Giants have so much money in their quarterback, and they want to pick another quarterback.
Feel like as an organization, if the Minnesota Vikings,
Ooh, if we can just stand pat,
I don't know.
and Giants don't pick JJ, holy, that would be massive.
They are not happy with Daniel Jones.
Daniel
Jones
Jones
has not thrown more than 15 touchdowns in 4 years. It's, you know, this is an organization that the Giants need to make the change. They made a bad investment in Daniel Jones.
Damn.
But that doesn't mean that you compound it by not securing his backup if he's there.
Amen.
I think the Giants will take JJ McCarthy. I think we'll find out in a couple of picks. Chargers are up. The Vikings want to.
Can you risk it, Vikings? Can you wait to see what the Giants do?
Spot for the Vikings.
It definitely is.
Just don't give up 23. Give up the 11, and next year's something like third or something, or even this year's like fourth.
I know a good quarterback will make
Come on,
their average
Jim Harbaugh wants his boy JJ to be thriving in a good system. Let us have him. Jim Harbaugh, let the Vikings take JJ.
Like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, you got to move him. You got to move him. You can't have that toxicity within your team.
Right. And then the other, but I'm saying is that they have the opportunity now
4 minutes
to get a Odunze. Or
I don't like Twitch because it doesn't have 4K streaming,
that's out there.
and nobody watches me on there anyway.
Maybe they'll just.
If I had 4K streaming, I might try it, but nobody watches me on Twitch.
I don't know if it's
even though it is a video game centric live streaming service.
All right, real quick question for you, George.
Yeah,
you're
The Chargers are taking a lot of time here.
Make this deal, especially.
I
with
believe
us.
that's correct. Yeah.
Is it because of the Harbaugh angle? Like, are you buying into that?
I believe this team is so desperate at wide receiver. The Chargers are in such a bad spot at wide receiver. I believe they're going to hold the pick and go Malik Neighbors at this spot, and then the Giants will be out. They've let Keenan Allen go. They cut Mike Williams. They don't have a starting
Mayor
wide
bust
receiver
for
on
me
this team.
going into
Malik
tonight.
Neighbors looks
I think there's multiple correct
amazing.
answers. I
So
think
the
JJ McCarthy, especially sitting for a year, could be an excellent selection.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, wait a second.
It's not.
Wait.
It's a half.
It's a half chime.
The Chargers are not trading.
What? Damn, they're early.
Which is interesting. So we don't know who they're picking yet.
What are the Vikings doing?
Do we?
Nobody's moving in the war room with the Vikings.
JJ McCarthy?
Oh God,
I'm
no.
guessing they're going to pick Alt.
Or J.C. Latham is the other guy, the tackle.
I think it's Latham.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to
They're
be
not
a quarterback.
trading?
This is interesting because if they don't, they're not. I don't think they're taking a quarterback. Just to be clear,
No,
on
of
the
course not.
Justin Herbert speculation, right? But that would put the Giants in the driver's seat. But if you're the Vikings and you thought that was a risk, wouldn't you have pulled the trigger on moving ahead of the Giants?
I know.
I mean,
they could be playing poker here. My point is, it's just a very risky game.
As Kevin Seifert just
Oh my God, Fear.
the Vikings have essentially seated JJ McCarthy
Fear, no.
if the Giants want him. Yep. Right?
No.
100%.
What does that mean about how the Vikings feel about
If
JJ
it's
McCarthy?
Penix, it's Penix.
Well, here's my question. If the Chargers were indeed engaged in trade talks, what were they asking for and where was the line drawn? That's what the question comes down to.
Oh man.
And probably to the Purple Daily on Draft Crew, I got to imagine that the Giants aren't going to move off from that pick because they're going to want their quarterback, right? So there's probably no
or are they going to take Malik Neighbors?
He might have already been taken. Yeah.
Do tell. Wait, where are we?
Neighbors is going 5.
Malik Neighbors is going number 5. Okay, Here we go.
So I think the Vikings are going to call the Giants bluff and make them take Rome
Wait.
Odunze.
Albert Greer is reporting. We should probably slow our roll here a little bit. that the Chargers are taking Joe Alt with the number 5 overall pick.
Yeah, that gives them a big tackle, which they desperately were.
By the way, Minnesota's own Joe Alt winds up.
Let's give it up for Joe Alt. Let's give it up.
So Chargers did not take a wide receiver?
I don't know if they're in a situation where they need to turn that down. It seems like a great deal for me.
Yeah. Well, and I think that depends a lot on the evaluation side. You know what I mean? Because you can be looking at, Rome Odunze and Brian Thomas and, Malik Neighbors. If you think there's a huge difference between number 1 on that list and the other two, then you may consider pulling the trigger and not wanting to go down to 11. That's why the evaluation part of it is so important.
To take Bryce Young, the quarterback out of Alabama, they didn't anticipate.
The Chargers keep their pick. Did we even call them? There's Jim Harbaugh right there.
Some have speculated that has made teams a little more reluctant to make.
Wow, so he didn't.
Early in the draft,
Okay.
With the Chargers sitting here with Jim Harbaugh as their new head coach.
Look at Thanos. Nice. He's got the glove gauntlet and everything. Let's go. That's a fan right there. Let's get it.
Harder to trade back in the draft than people think.
Purple pride. Give me more purple.
And there was many times where we wanted to go back, and we could never go back. You can go up if you want to pay for it, but it was hard to go back.
And I think beyond dealing with that, I think the aspect of what direction, we all assume physicality.
Oh, man. If we can get JJ without moving up, come on. Ooh, that would be glorious. But it's all about the Giants' next pick, man. The next pick, if we can get past this.
The Chargers have made their pick.
With the 5th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Joe Alt, tackle.
Thanos is unpleased. Thanos got dressed up not for a tackle. He did not get dressed up for a tackle.
From Notre Dame, his dad was also a first-round pick in the 1984 NFL Draft. Played for 13
the offensive
years
lineman
for
from
the
Notre Dame,
Kansas.
the tackle, he goes 5th. And up next, the Giants. And we'll return shortly to the Miller Lite Draft Party at US Bank Stadium and on KFAN.
All of this, you guys, you know what? For those of you that thought we were being clickbait speculation artists with that Justin Herbert episode, people know what they're talking about behind the scenes. It's really interesting.
If they cut their quarterback or let him go, they're on the hook for $69 million. Because they just signed the quarterback to a new contract. So the speculation is that Giants want to take our quarterback that we want to pick and still have their quarterback on the team? Come on, man. That's irresponsible leadership for a team. So hopefully call their bluff. They don't pick JJ.
Speak for itself, boys. Just one before.
And so far, so good. We don't have to trade up.
Love that here. Let's get a round of applause for that. That is permanent dedication to not only us here at Purple Daily, but Minnesota. You've been pacing just about as much as I have. How nervous are you right now?
Extremely nervous because I don't think JJ McCarthy gets past the Giants.
Wow. You think the Giants are going to take
JJ going to get past the Giants, or the Giants going to go in? That's the waiting game that Minnesota now is in.
I'm going to ask a fear-mongering question.
The future of the Vikings organization and everything is on the Giants pick right here.
We know that they wanted Drake Maye.
Yep.
We know that they now officially put a phone call in on Justin Herbert.
Yep.
If the Giants draft JJ McCarthy,
Then
does that make this a failed night?
It does.
For the Vikings in your mind?
Well,
I think so.
Would that be a failed night for the Vikings?
Is that a failed night or no?
I mean, if they love Penix.
I've been on record as saying if they take Penix, I can certainly tolerate that. And he
obviously, because he's the third.
Yeah.
He's a 5th choice.
Don't get Penix. If they
then it's disaster.
I think it's a failed night. I mean, tonight is all about the future at the most important position in all of sports. So Penix, I'm okay with. After that, I'm not okay anymore. I might need to go take a nap.
This is where, like, oh man,
calm down.
At this point, though, I still think they're set up very well. If they call the Giants bluff here, which is what they're doing, right?
They did call the Giants.
Oh, here we go. Okay, we have a pick in.
Okay, hold on.
With
No. Oh.
Jim's decision, he might start on the right side.
I don't want to get spoiled by that.
Sean Slater was the first
I
round
want to watch
draft
the
pick
real.
just 3 years ago.
I want to watch the real one.
A couple of guys. One of the things that
They're
you
like-
wonder about the kind of guy you're getting. Yeah. Joe
They're
said
like-
that when he was going through the draft process,
I'm seeing some movement. I don't want to see the movement.
looked at him and said,
I gotta pause their live stream for like 4 seconds or 5 seconds. All right, they're waving the flag. Damn it! Some good happened for the Vikings here. Something really good happened for the Vikings. I'm spoiled already. The Giants have not picked JJ McCarthy. Okay, fine. All right, I'm spoiled.
I love a
Yes!
game of poker.
We called their bluff.
Vikings stared across the table.
Yeah,
Their poker
you're not
sunglasses
picking
on.
a quarterback, Giants.
All night, he check. He dropped me. For those of you that people who watch Grounders.
So that's off the board. Then are we on a hope and waiting strategy game here for now? Or are you trying to trade?
There's no other team in front of us. Now, the only thing that could spoil this is if another team trades up in front of the Vikings and takes JJ McCarthy.
It's not necessarily a tackle worthy of 7, but there's a couple worthy of 11, and that kind of drop to the Tennessee Titans can actually work for them. This could be great. I'm not 100% sold on trading up for McCarthy. I like him.
Head coach of the New York Giants, and
Everybody's in position there for the clap.
Yeah. The question about them is, are they satisfied with
Well,
Daniel Jones
we were
coming
up
off
against the break
injury?
there, and we had that pick come in by the Chargers, and look, we got a local kid, a 2-time All-American that went to Notre Dame, that went to Totino.
All right, so far so good, Pierre. So far so good, Pierre. Hang on.
Now the Giants pick is in. This is very big for Minnesota.
With the 6th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Malik Neighbors, wide receiver, LSU.
Yeah, because your quarterback that you paid all this money to needs a receiver to make himself look better. So get a receiver.
Played with Jaden Daniels at LSU. Just got elite speed, fashion-forward guys. You can see from the
We have
jewelry
2
and
receivers
a
now
guy
gone. Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Cards, and the Giants
Woo.
are on the Vikings schedule next year,
Woo.
by the way. The
Yes,
Vikings
Corey. So
play
far, so
at the
good.
New York Giants.
All right, so number 7 is next. We pick 11. So just got to wait. Ooh, 4 more.
Chargers. I think the next spot, off what Paul Charchian said earlier about the Chargers, I think this is a big spot coming up here for the Minnesota Vikings with the Tennessee Titans. Because Will Levis, in the eyes of some, was not great last year.
He was not great.
They still took him very high in the draft, and my belief is they will wait for him and try to raise him. So a trade possibility here to the 7th overall for JJ McCarthy. The radar is up officially right now with those here at the draft party.
And a lot of people saw Alt going to Tennessee. He wouldn't get any further than Tennessee. So if Tennessee's number 1 offensive line or offensive tackle pick is off
Yes,
the board,
Pierre, let's go.
They can grab.
So far, so good.
Fautano or
So far, so good. This is very, very good.
From Penn State later on, then this.
The ultimate amazement would be number 11, JJ McCarthy, right? Ooh, we didn't have to trade up. We have all our stuff. And then we pick again at 23, and we pick a stud defensive player. Oh, absolute A+ destruction of the first round for Minnesota Vikings. Perfect.
Take 3 picks or just take 1 first-rounder this year. Let us slide into that 8, and maybe we'll look the other way.
So this
Titans
is
are
a
on the
spot
clock.
where
Okay.
I think if we really felt like there's other teams trying to move up to get McCarthy,
So
that
Atlanta's
I
next,
think that
Chicago.
the Tennessee Titans, who want to probably just secure the best left tackle available, they could get one of the best 2, if not the best one, at 11. This is a prime spot for us to move up just to secure it. But here's the gamble now. I don't know outside of the Jets, because the way you laid it out, PA, with Will Levis, they're invested in quarterback. They're not taking quarterback here.
Right.
You'd only move up because you just want to make sure that nobody else leapfrogs you to get JJ McCarthy.
Right.
So you could secure
But who's
that
going
pick and
to,
trade up. If you
the
decide
Denver
to gamble
Broncos
and
could
wait,
leap up.
I still think that you have to be worried about those New York Jets. What is going to stop them from drafting a quarterback? They need to secure the future. You got a 21-year-old quarterback that just turned 21 in January. You'd sit behind Aaron Rodgers for 1 year. Everybody knows Aaron Rodgers is not going to be there next year. You ride 1 year. You learn from a Hall of Fame quarterback how the game is played. and then you move on with your quarterback and JJ McCarthy next year. I really think that we have to be a little bit worried about the New York Jets sitting at
The
number
Jets.
I want to
The
talk
Jets,
about the
huh?
pick that's up right now with Tennessee. Tennessee's offensive line is
The Jets?
probably the worst in the league. They wanted Joe Alt, they didn't get him. The backup plan to me is still offensive line.
Yeah.
If they hold this pick, I believe that they are going to go like J.C. Latham would make a lot of sense. He's a big mover in the last week or so. I think they're still going to address the offensive line. That would put Atlanta on the clock, and then that would also be a trade possibility for Minnesota and other teams. We don't have to sweat Atlanta taking a quarterback.
Nope.
So that
Okay.
would be a possibility as well. And now we're getting into striking range for the Vikings where they don't have to give up quite so much
They don't have to give up
to make that
23.
move, right?
No.
You know,
And the other thing too, if you look at teams that
Right. Keep
I think are likely to
23.
trade to someone else,
Just give 'em
Chicago
something
would fall
else.
in that category as well. I mean, Chicago, number
Pick
one
is
in the
in
draft, they have number 9
for Titans.
Right.
I'm sure they don't pick until I believe the 4th round after the Bears.
They have a third round. They have a third
75.
round.
Yeah, so they'd love to get.
Yeah.
They'd love to pick one up
get
somewhere
more.
in between and
Right.
pick up a couple more.
And Kwesi's traded within the division before we know that draft day, or like Hawkinson during the season.
Unless
Just give us JJ. We definitely want a quarterback.
Hey,
But if we can get him at 11,
How about this, boys? I mean, if you believe there's a certain facet of things where pride goes before the fall, the New York Giants, instead of fortifying the most important position in maybe all of sports, like Nacho Libre said, they're like, nah, we're just going to take this and we're going to add to it with a fast receiver, and by golly, it's going to turn around, you know?
Tennessee pick is in. That means the Vikings have not traded to 7.
Okay.
So Tennessee is going to make this selection.
Wow.
And now the Viking fans can look to pick 8 potentially as a trade partner with Atlanta.
No
or
trades.
Or do you keep playing chicken and you just wait this thing out and see if you can get JJ McCarthy at 11.
11, holy cow, man.
It's starting to come into focus.
Jeez.
McCarthy at 11.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we have. Think about this too. We have another 1st round pick, but we don't have a ton of 2nd and 3rd rounders this year or next year.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, we have no second this year, no second
right.
next year.
So
either.
what do you give? What do you give to move up?
Well,
right.
It made sense getting up, trading 3 1st rounders.
Well,
to
you
get
know-
up in
so
the top
Pierre, you're
two
okay
or
with 11 and 23
When the
to get
Falcons are
JJ
on
right
the
now.
board at 8, if it says trade alert, Atlanta has given 2 7th round picks for this 8th overall pick.
Yeah.
That tampering thing was really, really bad.
So the kind of move, Pete, you hit on a very, very salient point. The kind of move the Vikings could still make is to move up to 8. They could swap 1st and 2nd round picks next year. They could give up their 1st for a 2nd next year. And that's gonna,
Vikings have a 2nd next year?
No, they give
No,
up
we
their
don't.
1st
Got you.
for Atlanta's 2nd.
Yeah.
We get their
And
2nd,
so
give
that,
up our
you know,
1st.
That could be in play as a possibility next year as well. And
Yeah,
you're
it's
right.
just-
We don't have a lot of the right capital to make that move, but that is
Hey, Chaotic.
that could work.
Gory hooked you up, my man.
It's going to be a little tough.
Yeah.
23. You keep 23.
What's up, man? Are you really Packers fan?
That would be huge.
Hey, thank you for Aaron
Now we're
Jones.
talking best
Appreciate you, man.
defensive player available, whether it's defensive, interior defensive line.
I did get the
edge
Twitch
rusher,
drops. I got all 3.
I was gonna say,
Titan.
you're 6 picks into this thing, and there hasn't been a defensive guy coming.
Oh,
up.
man.
I
Just
doubt
sweating it here.
It's not going to happen with Tennessee.
Dave trying to get
the
JJ McCarthy
defensive player draft
without
most
trading up,
likely
but
be at
if
number
we have
8
to, we
with
have to.
Atlanta.
But
Yeah,
just sweating it here.
You're still getting the pick of the litter.
Yeah.
Even if you're
Oh yeah, I don't want to get my hopes up here.
Ballroom
We've seen
in which we can
1,000 mock
see the
drafts leading up to
resolution
tonight,
coming. The
but
Vikings
there's
have a
been lot of-
quarterback.
Quasi's on the phone.
Quasi's on the phone.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
The Atlanta
Hold
Falcons
on.
are on the clock.
Nobody else is paying attention.
Wait, what's going on?
Just be his kids.
All the right people were texting. Kevin O'Connell, Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, owner Mark
Kwesi's on the
Hill to
phone.
left of the screen.
Our general manager's on the
Money man
phone.
Rob Brzezinski is shuffling through papers. It probably is cap related with a 5th-year option. But we might have some action, ladies
What's
and
Kwesi
gentlemen.
doing? What's
Tennessee
Kwesi doing? He's
is
talking to
right
somebody.
after them. Kwesi smiling. How do we read into that, boys?
Well, there's something going on.
He could be asking.
He's talking to Mark Wilf.
Could be asking somebody if he wants to be a Viking. That's it's
Pick is
possible,
in.
although I
Titans
don't
pick
see
is
a lot
in.
of other
Nope.
people that happen.
All right, so he didn't trade with the
you know,
Titans.
We'll find out.
All right, let's we have a very special guest set to join us here
Pastorini,
shortly.
The first
There's my
time it
man back
happened.
there.
In
Good to see you.
1999, it was Couch, McNabb, Achilles Smith. Obviously, McNabb working out better than any of those guys. In 2021, it was Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, Dave.
Somebody who took all
Yeah, Aaron Jones, skull chant.
Ladies and gentlemen, best running backs in the National Football League, Aaron Jones.
Yeah. Aaron Jones in purple. Let's go. We got him.
God bless you too. Right there, yeah.
We got him. That man's going to tear it up on the field for the Vikings.
With the Green Bay Packers. He scored,
hey, Aaron, great to meet you.
He scored 10 times against the Minnesota Vikings. And, during
got
the
him.
final parts of Green Bay's last season when they got really hot and probably should have beaten
You should see him with his giant purple sombrero. That's awesome.
The arm of the quarterback. No, they're not watching the games. It started and stopped with this guy who, when he got healthy, we saw it here. He caught fire. And we're going to get this Tennessee pick and then chat with Aaron Jones from the draft party. Go on, Roger.
J.C. Latham with the 7th.
J.C. Latham, offensive tackle.
The Tennessee Titans select
50th.
J.C.
First-round draft pick to play under Nick Saban. Big offensive.
All right, Atlanta's next. That's where Cousin is. Aaron Jones is here. Let's make it louder now, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big part of the team. Aaron Jones.
Yes, go Aaron Jones. Amazing running back. Gonna tear it up. Yeah, buddy.
Doing the skull chant. And hear the wildest dreams.
Honestly, I didn't. I thought I would retire Packer, but it's a blessing to be on this side. I'm on the right side of the border.
Whoa.
Right side of the battle.
You say he's on the right side of the border.
I'm excited to put on that purple and gold. I've
Let's
worn purple
go.
and gold before in my career in high school, so I think it looks pretty good on me.
So
Everyone looks
I wanna
good
hear
in
from
purple
you
and
how the
gold, of
timeline
course.
went and what it was like that day when you found out. We heard from KOC. It sounds like he legit ran down that super highway that you are getting to know now at TCOPC to go tell everybody that you were available. On your side of it, what was the timeline like, and what was the story when you found out that they weren't going to bring you back to the time that you found?
He said right side, Dave.
It was just getting my mind right. Where's going to be the next step in my career? Where am I going to get to suit up next? And ultimately, I'm just blessed to have that opportunity here with such a storied franchise. These fans are amazing, and I've played in this stadium. I've heard how loud it gets on the other side. You're in there, you're on a knee, and you're pretty much like yelling in there, but you can't hear them. So
no,
the
Vikings
atmosphere
fans,
is
the
crazy,
best.
and I'm excited. Everybody in the locker room, from upstairs to the support staff, they're great. And I always say change isn't bad.
Yeah, Aaron, you're coming to a team that over the last year or two, we've struggled a little bit on third.
On the
and short.
clock,
We've
Falcons
struggled a
right
little
now.
bit in the deep red zone, especially with the running game.
They don't need a quarterback. They don't need a quarterback.
Just make a living on those short yardage type plays and your cutback running style. Describe to the fans kind of, what makes you different and what makes you so successful? Because I personally think it's your vision. But what exactly in those situations do you bring to the table?
Definitely. I think part of it's a mentality, just not having that, not going to die easy. If it's 3rd and 1, I got to go get that first down. Not only for me, but for my teammates and everybody in the stadium. And then it also goes with...
Why is my camera out of
just
focus?
dialing in on the
Is it
playbook,
'cause-
knowing the blocking schemes, how it's supposed to be set up, who I'm running off of, where the double team is going, and then setting up my blockers. And then I think it's, like you said, ultimately the vision, and then just being able to, at times they're going to leave one further back, and it's my job to make somebody miss.
There you go.
So Aaron, I want to ask you this, because last year, one of our biggest free agent and offseason acquisitions was not necessarily a player, it was a coach. It was Brian Flores. The way that he was able to come in, he came in with a reputation. We had total trust that he was going to fix this thing, and we understand that he runs sort of a simplistic, but also sort of an exotic defense. What's it like?
What's up, Pierre?
Like preparing for his
JC?
style of defense?
Yeah, linemen are huge. Of course, man. Is he really 342?
It's very hard to prepare for.
And you're their son, Langston. You wanted to remember them this little.
You don't know.
All right, Aaron Jones. Thank you for being a Viking.
This is incredible.
What?
It's a great necklace. Reese, he said,
But
he knows
I don't even know how to
jersey he's
process
getting now,
this.
right?
Like,
That
I get it.
time
Now, is it similar? The Packers a few years ago in the first round. Now that wasn't a top 10 pick on Jordan Love. That was the 20. The Falcons.
Man, they're
just used
still
the
way
top
ahead of us.
10 bleeping pick.
Look at him grab the
on a
commish.
successor to a guy they just signed for like $100 million guaranteed.
But here's
He's getting too old to do that now. Don't hurt the commissioner.
Never wanted here.
Yeah, dude.
Like, they chased off a CFL quarterback because he said, I'd like to beat out
And this
Kirk
is
Cousins.
the first year of his extension,
Yes, that's
of
what
this
I'm
new
saying.
deal.
And-
That's wild.
And you guys named me one time where the incumbent
so you never know.
I have to
Aaron,
pause
you're
him a
one of the
little
best
longer.
pass-catching backs in the NFL. Kevin O'Connell really hasn't exploited his backs in a big way that way. Has Kevin talked to you at all about an expanded role in the receiving game?
Yes, sir. That's one of the things he said he was excited for me coming here. Just my route tree, how well I catch the ball out of the backfield, and that's another added component to the game that we can expand on. We feel like it's a mismatch. Anytime I'm matched up against a linebacker or a safety, they're not really cover guys. They're coming down in the box. They want to hit.
Yeah.
So, and towards later on in my career in Green Bay, I started seeing corners out there. They started putting corners and DBs instead of linebackers. So, but I think that just
Yeah, they don't need a quarterback. They edge, cornerback, wide receiver, and offensive tackle. So why would they?
It's going to be hard to.
It shouldn't be a threat.
Very hard to match up with us across the board.
Aaron Jones, showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Final couple here because the Atlanta Falcons, I'm being told, are about ready to pick, and there could be a little shockability to it here. Stand by. But playing on this surface, I mean, last year against the Vikings, you went for like 7-29 in that Vikings.
Ron Star.
That might be the
What's up,
best
buddy?
overall defense.
6'5", 342.
All year. I mean, what they did to Jordan Love that day should be a felony in 48 states. But later in the season, I mean, you're up there 120 and change.
Yeah, he picked
So
him up.
playing on this surface
He picked him
full-time,
up
let's talk
easily.
about that momentarily, but here comes Roger
With the eighth
Goodell.
pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix Jr.
What?
Washington.
They picked Penix over JJ? So they have Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix Jr.? What the hell?
Started his career at Indiana, an injury-plagued career, but his last 2 years.
Wow, I thought it was going to be one of 8 players from TCU.
They just spent a lot of money on Kirk, didn't they?
Right, yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so playing here full-time on this surface, I mean...
Are you kidding me, Falcons? What the hell?
It definitely excites me. This was like
Let me see. Let me give Kirk Cousins, the quarterback you just paid over $100 million to, a new weapon. Oh, maybe not. We're going to take another quarterback to sit behind you.
I'm in control of my body more. You don't see us.
That's
slipping.
24 years old.
See people slipping.
And you gave Kirk Cousins like a 3 or 4 year contract. So
You don't really see that. You can put your feet in the ground. I can cut. I'm in control.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by, ma'am, and God bless you. And it's excellent having you here on the team.
Quarterback
Can't
has
wait
been happy.
to watch
Aaron
your
Rodgers was
games this
pissed.
season.
Brett Favre was pissed when Aaron was taken. So, like, this is never a succession plan of, hey, Kirk, we got a great idea.
Well, okay. Here's the thing.
The Achilles.
Nobody's ever done that when they just signed as a free agent on a multi-year deal.
Amen.
The Achilles, maybe. Hey, they need somebody to come in and play.
So they
Hold on.
They feel Kirk is
Phil's
not that
going
good?
over to the Northern Fire Barbecue Supply hot take desk here.
What in
Purple
the
Daily
hell
Draft
is
Party,
going on?
proudly supported by Northern Fire Grilling and Barbecue
So now
Supply.
it's the
Elevate
only
your
threat
grill
is the
game
Jets.
With Northern Fire Grilling and Barbecue
Oh
Supply.
my
Hear us
God!
now.
You think the Bears are going to trade with the Vikings?
Phil Mackey, and I have a hot take here. It took the Atlanta Falcons 1 month to figure out what the Vikings needed 6 years to figure out.
Get out of here, Kirk.
I was right all along.
Wow.
Oh my God! What the hell is going on here?
Yeah, wave that flag. My arms are tired.
This position that he's drafted in. But I'm going to tell you one thing. This is going to light a fire up on the number 9 from Michigan, JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, and much like JJ, he was 25-3 when he made that move over to Washington.
Oh, so JJ and Penix were battling it out in the championship game, and JJ won the championship. Penix lost, but Penix gets picked before JJ. Wow. Bears pick is in. They're not trading. Giants. New York Giants could kill us.
Surprise of the night comes in the form of Michael Penix Jr. going to the Falcons, who, of course, this offseason Kirk Cousins.
The New York Giants could literally dagger the Minnesota Vikings franchise if they pick JJ McCarthy. I can't believe the Bears are not even going to think about trading with the Vikings.
recent NFL seasons, quarterback attrition has been
No
seemingly
way.
more prevalent than
Pierre.
ever. It is always a good time to have quarterback in.
Pierre, this is when I'm feeling I'm sweating here, man.
By the way, will be the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm sweating here, man.
Coming off of an Achilles.
Quasey's standing up. Quasey's happy. What's Quasey happy for? What's going on up here?
Package with steel. We can talk about all the various strengths on the field of these various quarterbacks that have already heard their names.
Kevin O'Connell and Quasey are standing up. They're feeling okay. They're feeling all right. So, are we trading with the Jets?
Michael Penix Jr. has an it factor that is unmistakable.
When you join Libya, you're going to receive a personalized and doctor-recommended program tailored to your
Cousins and Michael Penix Jr. The Bears are back on the clock. Now, the Bears had the first pick.
All right.
They took the quarterback, Caleb
Not to be a complete buzzkill, but we're to pick 9 with the Bears. The Bears are open for business.
They're not, actually.
McCarthy thing, we're still on the ledge, folks.
He's too. I think Rome Odunze is too good of a player to pass.
Okay.
Hey, here's a question.
Bears could use other weapons.
Bears. Look at, they're all standing up. They probably hung up on the Vikings.
I'll get him safely to Detroit. And if that were to be the pick, we'll see if Caleb can now help deliver Rome to the Bears. But
Hey, Matt in the front row brings up a fun.
We'll see what Chicago does. Number 9, the pick is in.
With the 9th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Rome Odunze.
Rome Odunze, wide receiver. Yep, so they got a wide receiver, a new toy for Caleb Williams. You think that's what Atlanta Falcons would have done, but they picked Penix. That's probably why they were so happy that Falcons didn't take him.
The toughness that he brings.
This guy, I said it earlier, he's a dog, man. I mean, he's a great competitor. He's a big body.
What do you think? Well, this becomes a very interesting spot for the Vikings. Now, the Jets at 10 have, they could get Brock Bowers if they hold the pick, but also a lot of teams would like to move ahead of Minnesota to go get JJ McCarthy. If you're Denver, or if you are Las Vegas, or maybe even the Saints,
maybe the Rams.
You don't have to move far to leapfrog the Vikings. Do
Oh!
move to 10. Do the Vikings play chicken here? Do they wait it out, or do they make the move?
Yeah, it depends on what the move costs. I do know this: when you look at the Rome Odunze, you know Kevin Warren's on the phone right now saying, "Give me that stadium built now." With the retractable, I mean,
you get Caleb and you get this stud.
The amount of offensive firepower that they've been able to add to this team. You're going to go into this season and you're going to see the Vikings are, with all the hype, with the Bears have drafted, the Detroit last year, how Green Bay finished. It's not going to look pretty in the preseason rankings as far as what people think of the NFC North. And
these teams are getting so much better.
And you arguably have 3 of the better. I mean, as a quarterback division goes, you know, the NFC North might be it.
Yeah, but how about the weapons?
Here's the ideal situation that,
like
for the
Miles is
Vikings.
saying though now too.
It doesn't seem
you have
like
an X,
even
you have
if
a
we
slot, you have a Z.
move
You
up
have
one spot,
you have a basketball
we're not
team in
giving
that
up-
room,
we're not
and you have a
giving up
running back.
3. So to your point,
Oh, we have a trade.
Oh!
We have a trade. And the Vikings have traded in
Here it comes.
Yes, go!
The Vikings
Secured JJ.
with the Chicago Bears. Assumedly,
that was with the Jets.
Oh, with the Jets. Thank you. So the Vikings go up to 10. The Jets go back to 11. We see a very joyous Chicago Bears.
Screw you, Sean Payton of the Denver Broncos. You're not going to move up and steal our guy.
Go to 10. U.S. Bank Stadium. The Minnesota Vikings are on the clock.
JJ, we got him.
They now don't have 11 and 23. We don't know what the compensation is.
Rex is excited. Not.
The Jets go back to 11. And
Pierre, we got him. Skull Nation. Gory, thank you.
It's JJ to JJ, guys.
Let's go. Oh.
We still have.
How much did we give up?
We haven't had a defensive player selected.
We haven't had a defensive player selected.
What did we give up to move up?
Players, but I don't think that it's going to fall that way.
Right. So yeah, it has to be JJ McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy right here.
Vikings, the pick is in.
By
They're cheering.
isolated as an X. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense, as coach can tell you, because
all right,
defend him knowing that if you don't put a safety over top of that corner,
I'm trying to coordinate this.
We're still waiting for details here, but the Minnesota Vikings have traded into the 10 spot. It looks like a 4th-round pick.
All we gave him was a 4th-round pick?
Yes.
So we keep our 23?
That means that the Broncos, the Raiders were probably knocking on the door. So the Vikings and the Jets have swapped picks, and the Vikings are on the clock at 10. Let me ask you guys this. Is there a world in which this isn't JJ?
And we still have our first rounder next year. A 4th and a 5th round pick this year go the way of the New York Jets.
So we had 2 4ths and we had 2 5ths. We lost 1 4th. We lost 1 5th. So we still have a 4th, a 5th. We pick up another 6th. And then we also have 2 7th-round picks as well.
This is Kwesi Adofo.
And we keep our next year's
recognizing
first.
The urgency of the moment. And off what Paul Charchian really amplified well.
Yeah.
Denver can parade Bo Nix all it wants, and it may take Bo Nix. But Denver was in an absolute strike.
I want to make sure it's official first. I want to hear the card from Roger Goodell, JJ McCarthy.
And then you get to the wild cards, the LA Rams with a Matthew Stafford insurance, and the Dallas.
We'll still have another pick tonight.
And if the Broncos were on the horn with the Jets,
so
this trade's fine.
This is no problem. And then the Jets can still take whoever they want at 11.
Moved into 10, assumedly to take JJ McCarthy. The
Vikings are on the clock. Who wants the Vikings to draft JJ McCarthy?
Yeah!
Now we don't know that's the pick. We're just
it's the pick. It's the pick.
If they jump up here,
wait though, there is another quarterback still out there.
Kevin O'Connell is smiling.
Don't you do that! I'm just why would you do that to the crowd in the office? There's a guy. There's a Bo Nix fan right here. I saw a guy clapping.
Hey, give me JJ McCarthy in the house, baby! Hey, Chuck, get the flag.
I'm going to get the flag when we get the pick, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Until then.
McCarthy. This team did it, giving up a 4th and a 5th-round pick. And they got the guy that many fans wanted all the way up to move up to perhaps pick number 4.
Well, and the thing is, too, is like I've said in the past, as far as figuring out the quarterback position, obviously
Thank
the
you,
most
New York
difficult
Jets.
position in sports, this franchise is set up to do that.
New York
now.
Jets
I mean, when you have
help the
Kevin
Minnesota
O'Connell, who's
Vikings
a former
secure a
NFL
franchise quarterback for the next
former
decade.
Position coach,
Let's go.
coordinator. Now he's a head coach calling plays. I respect his ability to find that talent, to find that person, and then be able to put the proper price on him. So
look what's happening in front of us.
I think it's absolutely fantastic.
I mean, it's like the compound doors have broken open and everybody is like storming the stage. They're so excited. U.S. Bank Stadium. How you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good.
The Vikings are about set to pick at 10. And we didn't have to give up 23.
No, it's the dream scenario that we talked about.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, guys. You got to think about the magnitude of this situation. We still get pick number 23, and a lot of people reported months ago that they loved him as well, as much as they do Drake Maye. So they're getting a guy that they love. Now, we're all assuming that's going to be JJ McCarthy.
Oh, it will be.
It should be. But the magnitude of this selection right here, you guys, I mean, this really is like for the next 10 years, at least. I mean, it's either good or bad. It works or it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But this is going to shape the way the franchise makes decisions for the next 10 years.
It's the highest selected. It would be the
highest selected quarterback in
Dante
team
was
history.
11. That's right.
Team history.
And also remember, I mean, the investment for the future is
Woo.
very much in play.
Dad just called me.
Where
He's watching the draft. He's pretty excited.
A lot of us here would be surprised unless he wins the job in training camp,
JJ.
that we
Oh, here we go.
roll out of the gate with JJ McCarthy, but to have
So we gave up the 4th and 5th round, and we get a 6th round this year.
brain that runs like the wind. He's a national champion.
Now in the 10 spot, the Jets will take the 11th pick. Now they get a 4th rounder and a 5th rounder this year in exchange. So the Vikings still holding on to that later pick that they have in the first round.
So we need a defensive tackle, a cornerback, center, and a guard. He can easily get those 4 in this year's draft, easily.
They go quarterback. Is that why they made the move for perhaps perhaps a pick that would be really popular here if they go JJ McCarthy.
And there was a lot of speculation.
Oh, hugely popular.
Up to 5 to take that Chargers pick to get JJ.
Yeah.
This ends up being that pick.
And so now Commissioner Goodell is coming out along with some others. One of the cool things the NFL does, some picks in the draft, honor people in the community and allow for some specialty picks. Let's go to the podium.
To help make the Minnesota Vikings selection, we are honored to have with us the surviving mother, brothers, and nephew of fallen hero, United States Army Sergeant Zachary Ewing.
Wearing the number of our buddy Tommy Kramer right there. Number 9.
QR code on
Zachary died after a battle with cancer.
Gets an unveiling of
sorts.
sorts.
Was discovered after he was injured
We now have the
during his
Vikings'
second
first ever top 10
deployment to
quarterback
Iraq.
pick.
Oh, it is 10. You're right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we
yeah,
salute him.
Yeah, because they traded up into 10. By
By
the way,
I'm trying to sync up this live stream.
Winning
survivors, which offers care to those grieving the loss of a military loved one. I'm now going to turn this over to Sergeant Ewing's nephew, Asher, who will announce the pick in honor of his uncle.
Let's go. Let me hear it, JJ McCarthy.
In the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, it's official. We got him. JJ McCarthy. JJ to JJ. Let's get it. There he is. That's our guy. Boom. Welcome. Welcome to Purple, man. Welcome to Purple. Put on that Vikings hat. Let's go. Woo. Man, Kevin O'Connell loves him. He's 6'3", 202 pounds. I think he's like 22, 21, 22 years old, right? Woo! Yo! Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. What's up, DG? There you are, man. Let's go. Let's go. Ronster, of course I do. I have Tangula, Super Box, and another kick-ass box in the RAFCAVE. But this is on local TV. I'm watching 2 other streams on YouTube. All right, Gory, I'll see you later tonight. All right, done with the draft now. Load up PS5. Hey, Pierre, I still have another 2 hours, 2.5 hours until Stellar Blade. I hope you're watching it until the 23rd pick. We still pick another 23. But I'm probably going to head out because at least we have the JJ figured out. So 23 will be later. I'm going to give myself a break, cool down, clear out this incredible food I just ate. And then Stellar Blade, oh, it's going to be ever so more juicy now that we know we got JJ. We got McCarthy, QB, baby. Let's go. That's our QB. Woo. College champion right there. College champion. We get him. 6'3", good height too. You see over everybody.
Well, I think the one word that comes to mind is winner.
And when he does come in, he's got Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, 2 of the best tackles in the NFL.
Hey, for Tyler and Miles, how long do you think, to Phil's point, McCarthy sits? Because my observation was
Chicago's
that
a good
Maye,
option,
for as
but
good
I
as
think
he's
they all
going to be or should be, probably need more time for O'Connell to work with him. What is your assessment of how much time
22.
McCarthy needs to percolate up?
Yes, McCarthy's a Viking roster. He even said he would run through a brick wall for Kevin O'Connell.
I don't know how much time he needs. You're going to know with minicamp, rookie camp, training.
Man, it could have
camp,
easily been Michael
he's going to
Penix. We
tell
could have
you
easily
how
had
much
Michael
time he
Penix
needs
over JJ.
based on how he
It's
plays
crazy
in
that
those
Falcons picked
situations,
Penix.
how he approaches practice, how his teammates respond to him. He could sit, I don't know, a week. He could start week 1. He could sit 2 years.
JJ
We don't
McCarthy,
know that
crazy.
yet. And I
People
do
were talking
think
about McCarthy
with
to
what his
Vikes
mental makeup
months
appears to
ago
be
that
from
they
the
wanted
outside
him over
looking in,
everybody.
If you were to put him in week 1, it would not be a disaster, and he would be able to.
Yeah, but I don't want
and adapt,
him to
especially
start
when you
week
watch
1. I
Early
want
this year against
him to
Bowling
sit
Green.
behind
He treated those
Sam
weeks
Darnold.
1, 2, and 3 games as preseason games. he threw some picks. He had the majority of his turnover-worthy plays because.
All right, everybody, hit that like button if you're a Vikes fan or you're happy with the pick, or you're just happy to be here. Hit that like button. This is really cool to do another live stream of the NFL draft up to the Vikings pick, which was 10, which is great. Not all the way at the end like usual.
Run in Sam Darnold because they don't have to start.
So I'm going to chill out, guys, and I'll see you back here at 11 p.m., 2.5 hours from now. Stellar Blade, all night, all morning. I can't wait. I can't wait. So for right now, I'm just going to enjoy the JJ McCarthy to the Vikings talk. I'm going to look all over social media. I'm going to follow all that. I'm going to like everything. It's going to be freaking awesome. Hey, Bear. Thank you, buddy. Hope your Browns get something good whenever they're picking. I don't know the Browns are picking.
Sometimes a young guy gets in and
but yeah, I'm going to take a break, guys. All right, y'all. I'll see you later tonight. Skull Vikes. Skull Vikes, great pick.
Training camp.
We got our quarterback.
Training camp.
Very happy.
Egan, and we'll be like, you got to make the change now, don't you?
Very happy, guys.
Hey, Forno,
all right, I'll see you tonight. Peace.
My question is, the small samples, in the small sample size for JJ McCarthy, which is the knock, right? Like, we need to see more of it. We play with a lead all the time. What percentage of what you saw in the small sample is NFL Sunday stuff?
A lot of it. A lot of it's NFL Sunday stuff. And